me going on a quest to take back the control of my followers. So to go back to something that I've been saying for a very long time, and that has been slowly frustrating me more and more. I believe that, as I said before, we trust the platforms. We trust the platforms with our content. We trust them with our social connections, and we trusted them with the security of our data. And they betrayed us. All of them. Like, I believe this betrayal is inherent to their business model. The platforms are free because their goal is to have the most million active users per month. So MAU, as they call it. Million active users. Meaning that when they go to investors or when they go to advertisers, they can say, listen, we had 100 million people in the site active, reading something, watching something. So you should buy ads on our platforms. And the advertiser buy ads, and it become an ecosystem where we get a free place where we can share whatever we want, and the platform hosts the content for us for free, and in exchange it puts advertising on top of our content, or before our content, or on the side of our content. All this could be a great ecosystem, but somehow, with the way society goes, the advertisers started wanting to decide on what posts they want their ads to be. And some posts, when a post is controversial, the advertiser would start to say to the platforms, if you don't clean your platform, we're going to pull out. We're leaving. So, and that's how we got here, where the platforms are now working for us. They're working to get the ads. The advertisers are trying to sell something to the people that we do content for. And at the same time, they want to tell us or to censor us or to control us into whatever they consider the right message or the right opinions. And if you don't have the right opinions, they don't want our ads, their ads, on top of some of our content. And listen, back in the days, or I don't even need to go back in the days. Let's go to today. Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Virgin Cola and all these brands, when they put ads on TV, their ads are seen by the greatest people, but also the horrible people. Their ads are seen by everybody, and they have no clue. They had no clue on TV who was watching. They knew the demographic they were trying to get, but they had no clue if the person that is watching TV in the 80s or in the 90s, the person who's watching these ads, or even right now at the Super Bowl, when everybody is in front of their screen in the US and somebody is paying 30 millions to have their ad played for 10 seconds, the advertisers don't come and dictate, for example, that every homophobe or every Nazi or every assassin or every rapist or every person that has been accused of something, or any person that has been accused of XYZ, they don't impose the will that these people cannot see the ads, or that these people cannot be associated to their products. Because when Coca-Cola puts their drinks inside of a store, they have no clue, and they kind of don't care who's going to buy and drink. If you are racist and you want to drink Coca-Cola, you can. And when they do the ads, they want you to, because you are market share. But online, all these companies and all the people who are watching the ads and all the people who participate in the online discourse are all hypocrites. Everybody wants to decide what is the right thing to talk about and what is the right opinion. And anybody who disagree with this is either a complotist, crazy, right-winger, XYZ, when actually doing a platform is a way to tell people, here's a square space where everybody can talk. Everybody can talk inside of the confine of the law, of course. If you say outlandish things, you can get arrested, but you have the freedom to say and think what you want. And the problem right now is that if you say, or if you think certain things, or if you have an opinion about something that doesn't go with what is deemed okay by the platform, well, you might lose your account and might not be able to talk anymore. And I believe this is dangerous because, listen, I might not agree with some people or some politicians from France or some politicians from the US or from Congo, whatever, but we are all supposed to be willing to fight for them to be able to say what they want to say. And listen, I disagree with a lot of people about a lot of things and agree with the same people about a lot of things. But I believe we all have a right to have an opinion about things. The problem is the advertisers have been putting pressure on the platforms to take responsibility on the content that the users create. And the users have also been putting pressure on the brands when they don't boycott whoever they want to cancel. So the platforms, because they don't want to lose the advertisers, are willing to reduce the freedom of speech of the people on the platform so that they don't the advertisers don't remove their money. And so we've seen it during the pandemic. Some eminent professors had opinions, and they were not controversial opinions. They were just, some people were just saying, let's wait, or we're not sure about the shot yet, or from my calculation, I believe this. I work on this for the last 60 years, so I know a thing or two. And these people would lose their channels, accounts, Facebook, Instagram, and and after 3-4 years, a few of the things that some people that got canceled for having an opinion that was not the right one are being proven right. And it is kind of scary to see that the platforms, we have given them all our power, and we have given them the power to be the sound of our voices, meaning that the things that I'm talking to you right now, they can decide to mute the sound. And all of a sudden, I don't have a voice anymore, because we put all our eggs in the platforms. We put our eggs in TikTok, in Instagram, in YouTube, in Twitch, in etc., etc. And on some arbitrary reasons, and you cannot have a protection. You don't have the freedom to say everything you want on these platforms. And at the same time, the platforms have to protect themselves from hateful language, etc., etc. It's normal. But once they go the extra to remove some people, for example, we have a comic in France who was against, who always been against Zionism, but not against a population, not against a religion. And he's been removed from the conversation in France, not invited in any media. They try to cancel all his shows, and the people from YouTube, I remember them telling me 14 years ago, I remember them telling me, we are receiving pressure from French government to remove his channel for anti-Semitism. And I was like, are you going to do it? And the people on YouTube at that time, YouTube France, were telling me, we're not going to remove his channel, because when we review the content on his channel, there's nothing that is criminal in what he says. He has criticism about politics, but there's no video in there that is constituted a crime. And there's no video that is overtly anti-Semitic in his channel. So years went by, and at a point, I think YouTube France had a new CEO. The next day, the guy's channel, poof, just disappeared. And it didn't say nothing more. They just said, oh, you breached our terms of service. And this is scary because, so how do you want to engage nowadays in anything that you care about if you can lose maybe your source of livelihood? Look at the case of Naturi Eben, who was doing live streams on YouTube with 8,000 people watching every day, hours and hours and hours of content every week. And one day it all disappeared from YouTube. All of it. Because, yeah, somebody tricked her. Never had a conversation with her, but from what I understand and from the things I asked around, yeah, listen, she didn't protect her back enough and there was enough stuff that you could use against her on the channel, but it was not something that she was saying in her political views. It was more some mistakes that she did of using some content and stuff. And that's all they needed, a good excuse to remove her completely from the channel. And from my calculation, this channel was generating between 5 to 10,000 euros every month from views and donations. That's my calculation. So I don't know what was her business, and I don't know what is her business outside of the platforms. But is it scary that you can create a living? Look, this channel, for example, pays 2 times my rent every month. That's what this channel generates. So this is not my only revenue. I have other sources of revenue. But just with my YouTube channel every month, I know that I can comfortably pay my rent, and I live in a rich neighborhood in Lisbon. Rent is high, but I can pay it, no problem. YouTube money arrives, boom, send it to the rent, and I have extra money for another rent if I want. I could pay 2 months in advance every time, or I can pay groceries, Uber, etc., etc. Right? Now, if you lose it from one day to another, all of a sudden you lose a huge chunk of money. And I believe there should be laws that prevent the platforms to unmonetize people and to cancel the voices of people. Anybody. They can remove a video if they deem the video problematic, but losing your account, it should be impossible. Another thing that I've been complaining about for a long time with the platforms, and I'm about to go to your commentary. Another thing that I've been complaining about with the platforms is the fact that the platforms, we used to, listen, when you had 100 followers and you posted your photo, it was seen by your 100 followers if they were online. So when you had your little circle of people, of friends that are on Instagram with you, and all of you post photos and all of you are following each other's, plus you have your outside circle from that, but every time you would post something, your circle of people or followers would see it. So listen, you could post a photo on Facebook. I remember when I would post a photo on Facebook and I would have 1,000 likes from the photo the next day. And back then I had like 5,000 followers. And what happened? How did I arrive to 1 million followers on Facebook almost? And when I post a photo, I have 50 likes. It's not that people are not interested anymore. It's just that people don't see what you post because the algorithms take decisions about what they show to who. So you can go on Instagram now and you're going to see posts from people you don't follow that are pushed to you in the algorithm, in your feed. They push you ads, okay, no problem. Posts from people you follow, makes sense. That's why I follow them. And in the middle of all that, they also they show you posts from people you don't follow. So you can follow them and you can discover their content. They used to have a place called Discovery tab where you would go there to discover new people to follow. No, now it doesn't matter. You're going to post something and maybe some people you don't know will see it. Or maybe nobody will see it because it's all an algorithm question. It's how you post, what time you post, when you post, is the first 10 minutes are crucial, because if in these first 10 minutes the interaction on your posts is high, then in the next 30 minutes it will show to more people. If the interaction is high, then it will show to even more people, and now maybe you can have a viral post. But then your next 50 posts might only receive 5 likes. And so they're creating on you this dopamine effect where you like this, oh my God, I'm getting, oh my God, 500 comments, oh my God, what's going on? And then you post something the next day saying to yourself, people are following me. And maybe you get like 5,000 new followers from your viral post. And then you post something and you get 10 likes and 2 comments. And your dopamine level go down crazy, and now you are in depressed mode. And so at a point, I decided to go the other route. And I went back to my first love on the internet. So putting the link in the chat. Let me even keep it pinned. I went back and I completely rebuilt and redesigned my website, sushiro.com. And there it is. So you have this nice effect when you over on a release. And so, for example, this is my latest release, Falling Out of Love Often. And you have the possibility to listen to it directly inside the web, or if you have a Spotify account, or you can just click there and it takes you to the other platforms. Then I can put the credits for single, and then maybe the lyrics and maybe some information, and then you can see the latest releases. I'm also adding there, for example, the photos, for example. So for example, oops, I messed up. So for example, there you go. My show in Rotterdam. So I put the video of the show plus the photos with everybody that was there. So, and then I'm adding soon, for example, playlists. Wait, let me see. Playlist. I'm gonna do the pages for my playlist. So this is a page for my Kizomba playlist. It's still experimental, but then you have all the tracks from my Kizomba playlist that you can listen directly inside of the site. And as we go, I'm gonna import the Kaysha page in there. I'm gonna import all my NFT stuff. I'm gonna re-centralize my whole web presence around my website sushiro.com instead of doing what I did 15 years ago, which was putting everything more on Facebook and then Instagram. I actually closed 2 of my Instagram accounts that were there for that. I'm leaving all centralization, I'm telling you, to my page that I control, and I'd rather have 1,000 people every week going to my page and they go there and they see the content they want, instead of having 200,000 followers and they don't see your content because the platform doesn't show it. So they are following you because they said to the platform, yeah, I want to see what this guy has to say. But then the platform is like, okay, we acknowledge that you're following him, babe, but what about this? Hey, did you see this girl? Hey, did you see this? And so what's the point of having a follow button? Just have remove following, remove followers, and just people put content and the algorithm decides what they show based on whatever you like on your first month in a platform, what you like, what you put hearts, what you say, what you comment. The algorithm will make a profile out of you and then will show you whatever it wants. Because for us, and listen, I'm a seasoned businessman and creator. So I've been navigating these things for long enough. But imagine just anybody that is take a nice girl, she's in her 20s, she looks great, she posts a photo and she's beautiful in there, she has a great dress, and then everybody starts following, leaving comments, the post goes viral, and of course she has the dopamine hits, and oh my god, can't wait for your next photo. So now she does her next photo expecting that all these new fans, all these new followers, all these new people are gonna compliment her on this new photo or this new dress that she bought for the occasion. She posted and everybody's there, oh my god, you're so beautiful. Okay. And maybe after a few months of doing this, the algorithms move on from you. And now you post exactly the same thing for exactly the same people, and they still following you, but they don't see the stuff. That's crazy. I'm sorry. That is crazy. So I'm taking back control personally. I'm not saying that I'm leaving Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or etc. No, I'm just taking back control of what is in my chain of importance of where my content is. I used to, let me see if I can show you, for example, this is my Facebook page, right? All right. this is my Facebook page. And as you can see, I'm live right now. So, see, this is me being live. And Facebook is so badly done that I don't even know. Okay, these are albums, right? So every time I would do a show, for example, I have all my shows on Facebook. Every trip I made, and look, we can go down till 2011, 2009, 2003, making of music videos, MTV Awards in 2005. Look at all this content is on Facebook, and it made sense because people back 10 years ago were way more on Facebook than on the websites, right? So it made complete sense. Why put all this stuff on a website and pay for bandwidth when I can put it here for free, and that's it? But then at a point, we are back at a moment where that's what I feel in my guts, and usually when I feel stuff, I just do how I feel. I'm not gonna remove all that stuff from Facebook, but people don't go to Facebook no more. People go to IG now, and one day they will go to something else. So I'd rather put my stuff in my website, and when people want to see it, I tell people on whatever platform that is working right now, this is where you see my stuff. So all these photos, all these galleries, I'm going to import them one by one to my it's not a new website. This website has been around since 2003. It's been 21 years on WordPress. So I'm just going to do this, and because I feel this is what I want to do. And I'm going to continue using the platforms for what they are meant to be used. But I just feel that it is important to take back control of your web presence until all these platforms are put in check. And to not forget, all these are tools. They are not your friends. So use them as tools, and also be careful about what you say in these tools, because they pretend to be the voice of everybody, but it depends what you say, everybody. Well, it is what it is.